Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I just want to have a look at the Digimon Vital Bracelet. I just want to have a look and see, have my opinions changed over the last 5 months since its release in March. I want to see what other stuff happened with it along the way, like to do with dim cards, scalping. Let's talk about a lot of different stuff, give my opinions on it, and just kind of, I don't know, sum it all up in one video. Talk about maybe how it affected my channel and things like this. I also want to hear some of your guys' opinions in the comments as well down below. So starting off, you can see it was released in March this year. It's a good 5 months ago, and I also just realized, is this button broken? Because it does not look like these two, and mine doesn't look like that. Okay, so this is a defective Vital Bracelet on the homepage. Very good, Bandai. But yeah, so it came out in March. I don't think it was long after that, was it? 15th of March. Yeah, so around then I put up my video for my unboxing. That's kind of where my channel kind of started picking up an awful lot of traction. You can see I went on to do an awful lot of tutorials and stuff on it, sometimes varying away from the Vital Bracelet, but not too much. Even nowadays I don't vary too much from the Vital Bracelet. It's just kind of like just to keep things fresh for myself, I'll do some extra stuff in there, but I do still like the Vital Bracelet enough. I'll get into that now in a second. So yeah, that's a nice segue into what I want to say next. Is my opinion of the Vital Bracelet has changed drastically since I first got it, which is a shame because I thought it was going to be an awful lot more fun than what it actually is. I mean, I still enjoy the app. I'll get into all that, but to break it down properly, please, just talking about the device itself, not the app, the device. It's very bare bones. Basically, all I use it for now is just incubator to digivolve my Digimon. I make sure the clock is constantly running. Sometimes I don't even wear it. Like the last couple of days is the first time I've worn it in a very, very long time. I had problems with just random resets where I just like deleted my Digimon there. I think this is probably back in June. Yeah, and then July I just didn't wear it. But yeah, I was trying to clear up a couple of dim cards and the device just kept reset. I put up a clip on my channel talking about it as well, but yeah, that happened multiple times. It just got very wearing. I don't know if it's just a defective device that I had or if it's happened to other people. I know some people said they've lost their Digimon to the void while transferring and things, and that still goes on even though Bandai is apparently kind of fixed that, which is an awful shame. I don't want this entire video to be negative. It's not going to be negative, so don't think it's going to be pleased. As far as trophies, I also said before, is like, I don't like how it's just the main kind of, I don't like how it's so limited on the type of exercise you can do. I wish there was, like, as they digivolved, you'd unlock more exercise you could do, harder exercise, just to keep it more along with the fitness side of it that they were wanting to advertise as. At the moment, it's not really a fitness thing at all. It's just something, I don't know, like a VP basically, but you can't really feed it or do much for it. The heart rate tracker, as we've all said before, it's not great at all. It's not great at all. People with darker skin colors just won't pick up, won't read them at all, which is a real fucking shame. I myself find it's not very accurate at all. I could be sitting down and I'll be reading that on, I don't know, at 170 fucking heart rate or whatever the fuck the highest thing on it is. I find sometimes I'm walking around, it's just not even picking up my heart rate. I don't know, I think it's just a bit of a wasted opportunity. I think had they have put a little bit more money into it, the device would have been an awful lot better. Moving on to more positive things, I love the dim cards. The dim cards have been absolutely fantastic. The Bandai have been doing a great job of making them so affordable for people. Prices are really not that high. Which I'll get back into that in a second, but the prices overall, they're not that high, honestly. The Digimon on the dim cards themselves, they've had a nice mix of like fan favorites and some more obscure stuff. There's an awful lot of dim cards coming out. That's my one criticism I will say, is that there's an awful lot of dim cards that come out. It gets to the point where it's kind of, I'm wondering, can I keep up with it, you know? Because I really want to collect every dim card. I've so far collected whatever dim cards for Digimon have come out. I'm not bothered with Kamen Rider or Ultraman. I just have not much attachment to those series at all. But Digimon being a huge thing for me, I want to collect as many of the dim cards as possible. The other thing was, like I said, the dim cards, they're nice and cheap, whereas V-Pets come out, and if we're looking to import them, we could be looking at about 80-90 euros just for one V-Pet. But these dim cards come out, the most expensive part was the VB itself. The dim card comes out, we get that, probably 30-40 euros at maximum for a set. That's the most I think I've ever, I think that's actually the most I've ever paid for a dim card, is about 40 euro. That's including shipping and stuff. So I think they're doing a great job of that. I hope that they move forward with this and just keep them nice and cheap, because Bandai have a thing of making things like anniversary kits that's really expensive. I'm hoping they don't do something like that with a dim card. So I'm looking at stuff on eBay, just have a look, because scalpers really bother me, and they're kind of they're rampant nowadays. They're involved in everything, and that includes the Vital Bracelet. I mean, this year, 500, he's got one left. I mean, how many did he sell? You know, it was like $500. I mean, he's got like 6 dim cards. And this, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't see why it should be that price. Moving down here, this guy, for the gadgets, he sold 31 and they're $400. That is fucking bonkers. What the fuck is that? I can actually see one down here as well. This guy's on his last one, he sold 15. That's mental. That is absolutely mental. I didn't actually notice the prices went up that high. But yeah, you see what I'm saying about the dim cards. I mean, it's mostly the Tamers dim cards, Shadow Hell, Black Roar I think to an extent, and Ancient Warriors. They're the ones that are going to get hit. I imagine Impulse City is going to go up in price as well, seeing that it's not released as a solo dim card. You have to buy the original VB, which is a real fucking shame. I think they should do what they're doing with Gamamon and just release it as a separate dim that you can buy as on its own. Even put Gamamon and Pulsemon as a set for newbies that want to pick up them both. I don't know, something like that anyways. Moving on to the app then. The app has gone through so many changes. so many changes. It's fully released in English now. I mean, Bandai has seen that there is an audience over here, which I really want to congratulate Bandai on actually paying attention to that stuff. I mean, Bandai, as far as Digimon comes, I will always remember the drought of Digimon stuff that we got for a couple of years there. I think it was a good few years. We got little to no Digimon stuff until that PS3 game, All-Star Rumble. And that's when things kind of started to turn around. We started getting games more, we started getting merch more, and now we're getting, this stuff, which is nice. I mean, this is, we can't officially get it over here. We can get the app officially, but we can't really get the Vital Bracelet. We can't walk into a store and just pick that up. Have to go to Premium Bandai, which I hope they really change and start doing stuff for us. I mean, we can get it on Amazon as well, but it's Amazon Japan. I mean, it's not very accessible, and I think that's a shame, but Bandai are kind of getting there. I think it's just supply and demand kind of thing. There's not enough demand for Digimon stuff at the moment. Some people still aren't aware the Vital Bracelet is a thing. That's because it's not really marketed over here. Apart from the app that's gone up, some people weren't sure. They thought the app could Digivolve and move your Digimon, realised there was a Vital Bracelet to go with it. From people that have spoke to me anyways. But again, yeah, the app has gone through so many changes. I think it can be better. It's still really fun. I love using the app. Raid bosses, things like that, they're so fun. Arena battles, all that, I love it. One thing I would love to say about it, I think the Digimon that's out should be a V-Pet itself, just for people, as like a teaser, for people that don't have the Vital Bracelet or the dim cards or anything. That one Pulsemon you get, when he's out, he should be a V-Pet. He should be able to be grown and everything, and then that will make people want to buy the Vital Bracelet. They want to go out and buy dim cards. They want to get more monsters. You can also raise 2 monsters at the same time, one in the VB and one in your app. You just like have it, you could feed it and stuff. Just change a couple of the things, I suppose, a little bit. Maybe add some food in there, clean it. Regular V-Pet shit that we normally see. I'd like to see something like that. Just because, like I said, the Vital Bracelet is so bare bones. It's really unnecessary at this point, aside from evolution and getting new dim cards or whatever. Other than that, that's kind of it. But I'm looking forward to the new Digivice V. It has updated a lot of what's going on with the Vital Bracelet. They've added the extra Digivolution time, it can evolve at night or whatever, you know, time still counts, you can pause it. There's a couple of things I really want to see about that. You can use dim cards multiple times. That's so good, especially seeing that people are in families. Like, I know a couple of people, couples that are playing this, and they're kind of, they have to share dim cards, or they have to, I don't know, go through other means of resetting their dim cards. Especially since Bandai are wanting to clamp down on piracy and things, I think it's going to help them an awful lot to have it that dim cards are multi-use. I mean, it made no sense to have them one-time use, especially that to transfer the Digimon back, you still need to have that dim card in your possession. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I started off fairly negative. I think I'm actually fairly positive about it now. Like I says, it's my big issue is just how little that Vital Bracelet is actually used, what little it does. We had it for a couple of months, and I think Tamagotchi Watch was announced, which is like a much better Vital Bracelet with a touch screen, bigger screen. But Tamagotchi has always been getting better attention than Digimon anyways, even though they're so similar. I don't know, it's probably just a bigger fan base for it, which is a shame. I think more people should get into Digimon, which is definitely happening. I've had people ask me about what Digimon games to get. I've been streaming a lot of them, and people have been asking me what game would I recommend to start off with. There's loads of different sizes of Digimon games. I mean, I could talk to them about them in another video. But I'm just saying, the fan base is growing. People are starting to learn more about Digimon, and it's fantastic. I love seeing it, especially with, I'll link my Discord in the description, but if you want to talk to more people about Digimon, it's the reason I set up my channel, and it's working so well for me because I get to talk to people in the comments, I get to put up my videos, and over on the Discord I can talk to you guys, you know, 24/7 if I want, especially that these are all kind of in different time zones and shit, and you just kind of have a laugh over there. So if like I wake up in the middle of the night, there's still someone to talk about Digimon. It's fun. It's fun. I love seeing the fan base growing like that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Vital Bracelet. I don't think I've left anything out. I suppose one thing I will say is the Ancient Warriors dim needs to get released, especially since now there's a better Vital Bracelet. There's not much need to pick up the older versions. So yeah, Impulse City and Ancient Warriors, they need to probably be released as a set between the two that we can just pick up ourselves, because it makes no sense to go back and buy two completely new Vital Bracelets or one completely new Vital Bracelet just to get those two dim cards, especially when those Vital Bracelets are gonna be worse than the Digivice V. So I see Bandai, and I'd say they'll probably do that. They'll know there's high demand for those dims. I mean, Pulsemon is the Digimon, the mascot Digimon for this, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know, if you want, click subscribe, click the bell, all that good shit, and I'll talk to you again. Bye bye.